What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Reflection Friday. I got my buddy Vance Courtney on here with me today out of Augusta, Georgia. How you doing, brother?
Hey, doing well, man. Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Good, good. What we like to do here on Reflection Friday is just reflect on what real estate investing has done for each and every one of us. So many things that it brings good to people's lives and things. So we just like to reflect on that. And before we get into how it's affected your life, Vance, let's get into a little bit of just like what you were doing before you kind of got into real estate. And you're kind of one of those people that like, you're still doing it. So
Yeah.
you're still working full time, you're in real estate, you're kind of in that transition phase, but
Yeah.
tell us, give us a little bit about your background. What's going on, Vance?
Yeah, sure. No worries. So I'm actually a systems engineer, software developer by trade. I've been doing this for, I don't want to talk about how long, but like 15 years now. Prior military starting off, got out after about 4.5 years, and they sat me next to a contractor who was making a lot of money overseas doing the same job. And I'm like, I've got to do that. Got out and pretty much get paid to do a hobby, which is tinker and play with technology. And yeah, just kind of like what you were saying. Just I feel like I get paid to do a hobby, so it's really hard to want to quit something that you still kind of enjoy doing, and so hence why I'm still working in that position in that role right now.
Yeah, no. So that's awesome. You got kind of the best of both worlds. You love your job and you love
Yeah,
real estate. So we were
yeah,
talking before we even like jumped out or we started recording. We're like, we just need more time. That's what it is. But
yeah,
uh,
exactly. Yeah.
so as you're working, and you're doing that stuff and you're tanking and you're loving what you're doing and things, and then you're also doing this real estate stuff on the side. So what has that kind of meant to you? And I know you're doing it with your wife. So that's even like
Yeah.
particularly awesome and stuff. So what has that meant to you guys? And like kind of what effect has that had on your life?
So, I mean, obviously, it's going to be a huge effect. There's actually more than just the financial effect, right? Which is what probably most people think about right away. But for me, it hits on another personal level, which is, quite a few years ago, my wife actually worked in the same building as I did, just doing a different task. And, I was like looking at retirement as always, right? And let's look at real estate. This has got to be the way. I've just held all my personal properties as my rental portfolio grew. And I'm like, okay, this is taking way too long. So how do I go find discounted properties? And that kind of started here. And my wife was like, oh, what do you got going on? Kind of interested in helping part time. And then long story short, this whole thing just kind of starts ramping up. And I was like, I got to quit. I got to get into this. But my wife was like, but I want to quit. And so we pretty much did the, who made what money, but that really wasn't the factor. But she hated her job and did not like her company. I like my job and my company. And so she got to draw the short straw first, right? And so she's been out of it working in it, and it kind of really evolved more than she expected. But that's the part that really I get the best benefit from is I got a business that is really a family-ran business. We have so much flexibility working together. We have a lot that we get to talk about in a common ground. And then, of course, it's financially, like very, very lucrative, right? Like it's hard work. Don't get it twisted. Like my wife, if I have said anything else besides it's hard work, she would not be having it. She knows it's hard work, right? But it does pay off. And, we're working together on our dreams and our business and our retirement
Yeah.
together.
No, that's
Yeah.
awesome, man. I think that's the coolest part of just like seeing your excitement of that too, of like being able to
Yeah.
grow this with your wife and be able to do that. And it's such a cool thing and stuff. So, no, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate that. I appreciate you
Oh,
guys, appreciate your story and everything. So with that, that's another Reflection Friday, guys, and we'll see you next week.